Good morning there, sweet peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you out there. If you don't have someone to get you a Valentine, go out and get it yourself. That's right. You don't need somebody. You just go get it yourself. Treat yourself for today. Anyway, man, there is a lot going on. There are a lot of distractions out there. There are just crazy amounts of crap going on. There were, and I haven't looked into this a lot, but there were 3 train derailments. There was that one in Palestine, Ohio, which was crazy. And then I guess there was one in the North or South Carolina, I think. And then one in Houston, Texas. So all of them, to my understanding, have chemicals on board. Like really bad, strong chemicals on board. And I was like, all right, that's interesting. And then we got the whole, 4 objects so far shot down. Apparently there was one floating over China, or that was the rumor anyway. Now the government is talking about, could it be UFOs? Could it really be? Y'all, here's the thing. I don't think it's UFOs. I think there's something darker and more sinister going on, and I think it's the shinies. And remember, I talk about this all the time. I talk about this to my kids too. Pretty much about it. Don't get distracted by the shinies, okay? The shinies are all of these little things out here that allow you to get distracted from what your purpose is, from what you're doing right now. It's also to distract you from what's really going on, behind the curtain. And you remember Wizard of Oz and the wizard? There's nothing to see here. Yeah, well, that's kind of a big part of it. I don't think it's the aliens, because let's be honest, aliens are supposed to be this very evolved, highly intelligent being, and anyone who is highly intelligent would not leave their place to come to Earth in the state that it currently is. I think the aliens are sitting out there going, okay, I need a volunteer to go to Earth, and they're all going, not me, nope, not doing it, nope, nobody raise their hand. That's what they're not going to come here with all the crap that's going on right now. And do you honestly think that if the first time or the second time somebody was caught and they're like, oh, we should just keep going back? No, they're going to stay away, right? They're going to be like, they're kind of onto us a little too much, so we're just going to not do anything for a while. I do think that there's something bigger going on. And a lot of people are saying, it could be China. A lot of people are saying, no, it's Russia. Whatever the situation, it doesn't matter. It could be our own government saying, hey, let's throw these out there. Let's distract people. Let's give them something to talk about so they don't realize what's going on behind them. And that's kind of where I think, to be honest, this is going. I don't think it's other countries. I think that it's our own government stepping in and saying, wait, let me put my little tinfoil hat on. There we go. That our own government is stepping in going, you know what? We've got a lot of people that are starting to catch on to things that we've been doing for the last, 3-4 years. And I honestly think that, that we need to put a distraction out there. Say it's another country. Say maybe it's another country, because even if we assume that it's another country, people are really going to start picking up on that. So that's my thoughts on that. There's just so much going on, and it's really easy to be distracted. It's really easy to look around and go, I don't even know what to do right now. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to follow. Well, don't follow any of it. Don't believe any of it. But what you should be doing is continuing to do what you do, continuing to stock up, continuing to store things, continuing to work on your preparedness, your plans, your family plans. Keep doing that. Don't stop stocking up. I have been in a situation where I got to tell you, there's been some things that have happened recently, and I have not gotten anything to stock up, store up, prep up, replace, whatever, for quite a while. Probably for, oh my gosh, this is gonna be really sad, probably for 2 months. It's probably been a good 2 months since I have done a storing kind of stocking kind of shopping situation, or ordered anything to store us up or stock us up. Life gets in the way. But I have to say this weekend I saw somebody I knew. We cleaned out one of our sheds, our big shed, and we ended up taking everything out of my new shed, and sorry, that sun is pretty bright, and putting everything back into my new shed. By Sunday I couldn't walk, but that's a whole nother story because I have a bad back, but it is what it is. In doing so, we had got new shelving system. Actually, it wasn't new shelving. We took it out of the old shed. We were able to actually find it. Didn't realize I had all this shelving, and put it in the new shed. We're able to put my canned goods and stuff and my stores and my stocks on the shelves. Was able to go through tubs and condense things to see what I really had, and really actually start labeling things. Because up until then, for the most part, I've kind of been throwing stuff in a tub and just kind of putting it out, just because with trying to buy the house and inspections, it just got crazy. So now I was able to go through. Now I have to say that doing that, I do feel a little bit better, that we are more prepared than I originally thought. So sometimes going through your stores, going through your stocks, moving things around, condensing things, labeling things, it actually is a good thing because it gives you a little bit of reassurance. It gives you a little bit of room to breathe, is kind of what I felt like. And I was very thankful that I got to go through everything. But on the other hand, it also allowed me to see what we don't have and what I need to focus on from here on out. And there are two main things that I needed to really focus on. Everything else, I was feeling pretty confident about my stuff. But there are a couple of areas that I need to really focus on. So sometimes, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, but you need to take that time to actually go through everything that you have. You're going to have to do it. And for us, it was like a full day, a full day to go through everything. And that wasn't just all stores and stocks. That was like everything that was in the shed, and kind of put stuff away where they're supposed to go. But it did allow me to see what I need to focus on. And I'm very happy that I'm not as bad off as I thought I was, to be honest. So it was definitely a reassurance on that. So take this opportunity now to go through your stores, do some inventory, set a whole day aside. Literally set a whole day aside just to go through your stocks, just to go through your stores. Make a mental note, write stuff down, take a clipboard, do it old school. I am very old school. I love my, clipboard and a piece of paper and a pen. And I do everything. I'm very visual that way, so I have to do old school. For me to make my own spreadsheet, so to speak, it allows my brain to process a little easier. If I were to have something pulled up on a tablet or a laptop and do it that way, it's not, and even if I print that out, it's still not very visual for me. It's not very, I don't know, it's not very helpful to me. I need to physically write things down, because as I'm doing that, it's also kind of going in my head, and then I can also look at it. So I'm a very visual, very hands-on kind of person. So take this time, take this opportunity while things are still available to go through your stores, do your inventory, and figure out what you need to really stock up on. I would say within the next 30 to 60 days is what you really need to focus on getting everything stocked up. And I'm not talking about food, water, and medication. Those are definitely the three main things. But you need to be looking at your protection as well. What do you have stocked up? What do you have stored up? What do you have? What is your plan for protection? Whatever the situation, make sure that you have all of that. If firearms are part of your protection protocol, make sure you have everything stocked up for that. If lighting and pepper spray or pepper balls or whatever, then make sure that you've got all of that figured out and all that situated. I had bought a while ago a whole bunch of security lights for outside solar lights, really bright solar lights. And then we kind of hit winter, and then the weather was crappy. Anyway, I only got a few of them up, And going through my tubs, I was like, oh, here's the rest of them. Okay, great. So I pulled them out. I have them charging, and my husband will be putting them up. I told him exactly where I wanted them, so he'll be putting those up as well for me. So lighting is huge for me. I want to see what's out there. I don't like the darkness. I honestly don't. I want to see what's out there. And if you place your lights strategically away from your house, then you're able to better stand on the porch or stand outside, and somebody who's coming up those lights are going to be blinded and can't see you behind the lights. So make sure that when you are putting your lights outside, that you are strategically placing them to where it's going to be more beneficial for you. So if you do have to go outside, if you do have to see what's out there, you're behind the lights. That way anything in front of the lights, they're kind of being blinded and they can't really see very well. So that is our plan. Take this time to stock up, store up, do your inventory, and figure out what you need to get in the next 30 to 60 days, and really kind of fill those holes. All right. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and I will talk to you guys later.